Welcome back, everyone. Marcelo is my name. I am the niche fragrance collector. I have Cerciage or Beast Boy or...
Still, it's a work in progress, but Cerciage.
So we need to get a few more votes in, please. And we want to settle as to what is your official title.
I like that.
What do you like personally?
I'm sticking with Cerciage. It's sticking to me. It's sticking to me.
All right. But you tell us, all right? We're going to vote this baby in.
I need a comment.
We're staying on all things Orto Parisi. So if you missed last week's episode, we're talking about if you're interested in anything to do with Orto Parisi, Alessandro Gualtieri, we recommended 2 fragrances that you should start with, BERGAMASK or BRUTUS. Today we're moving into something a little bit deeper, a little bit more complex, a lot more, there's more going on here. And there's also an interesting storyline, Seminalis and Boccanera. Tell me what you know.
Well, you know, I've said it's a broken record now. We're going down the rabbit hole, and I feel like we're seeing the ocean at this point. It's I've heard.
I like that we're going down a rabbit hole, but we're seeing an ocean.
We're going.
How does that work?
Where's
this rabbit going?
The iceberg that's sinking down the ocean.
I was going to say you've got
drowning.
You've got two analogies. All right. So last week we spoke about an iceberg, and we spoke about how the tip of that iceberg really is the BERGAMASK and BRUTUS. But as you go down deeper and to start to discover that there's more underneath the ocean surface, this is now moving in that direction. We're now getting into more complex, more detailed notes. But what do you know about these? I mean, what is Seminalis? What is Boccanera?
Well, Seminalis, what I've heard, is inspired by semen.
Boom.
Secretory.
Can you see the lid?
Is that it? Is that what it is? I kind of looked at it as marble, but that kind of makes sense.
The word Seminalis is Latin for semen.
That makes sense.
And this is the one thing about Alessandro Gualtieri. He is obsessed with sex.
Is he? Oh, Sedanaso.
He's obsessed with sex.
I like it.
His very first fragrance that he came out with, which I think I have here, So in 2007 is when he launched the very first niche perfume under the brand called Nasomatto. You know what Nasomatto means?
No.
Crazy nose.
Crazy nose. It
makes sense because what he was trying to tell you very quickly, that this is not your standard designer style fragrance. These are complex, these are unusual, these are a little bit destabilizing. Okay, and again, 2007, the niche fragrance market hadn't evolved. Designer fragrances were dominating. They were the ones.
Your Dior Sauvages.
They were dominating the field. So when he came out with this, and the full story behind it is that he was working for one of these large companies, creating fragrances for the designers, and he was getting bored with this. He was hating life. And he thought, I'm done. I need to pursue my passion. I'm going to take a massive gamble. And it was a massive gamble to start his own fragrance brand called Nasomatto, with the first one being Duro. But Duro is about being hard.
You serious? I think that's a really cool origin story.
And Duro, if you look at the artwork, he's actually got it in his pants.
Oh.
So he's playing on hard, I can do this. So fortification of mind. But also, as I said, he is slightly obsessed with all things sex and sexual. And so the second reference to it is about the male appendage. Yeah, so Seminalis is really about
semen.
But why do you think he did that?
I think that, you know, him playing on the whole euphemism of sex and stuff.
Do you think it smells like semen though?
That's the thing. I don't think that. I was brought this whole idea that this is my first funky going down the iceberg, as we said, but I actually don't see that at all. I thought this was going to smell like pure semen, gross, but I don't have that at all. I smell creamy lactonic. I smell very sweet tea. It's a very actually decent fragrance that I would recommend for a lot of people.
My party trick is that I show people this fragrance because it's very pleasant, isn't it? It's a beautiful fragrance.
I love it.
It's a gorgeous fragrance. Anyway, they spray, they're like, wow, this is beautiful, this is nice. Then I do my party trick and say, you know what Seminalis means? And then blah, 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 semen. And they all get grossed out. They're like, are you saying
they'll start smelling it.
They're like, gross. They're like, and then all of a sudden they're intrigued. They're like, does semen really smell like this? Because I don't think it does, you know? So what Elias said is on point. Creamy, lactonic tea. And I'm going to say a chai tea.
Oh, okay.
Do you think?
I think that's where I got it from.
There's spices in there.
Yeah, I smelled spicy milk, a spicy sweet milk. So that's what I was thinking.
Actually, let's spray the other one and we'll come back. So let me spray to you Bokanera. What do you think Bokanera means? It's Italian.
Bokanera, let me think. Spicy.
It means dark mouth or black mouth. Bocca is mouth, nera is black.
Bokanera. Okay.
So which dark mouth is he talking about?
Oh no! I just imagine. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, every genius has a bit of.
What are you detecting on this one?
That changes a lot of my perspectives. Well, at first, I didn't like it at all. I smelled really smoky, and I was kind of thinking incense, and I'm not too in the incense kind of fragrance world. I sprayed it on once, and I kind of let it dry down, and then I thought that incense wasn't incense. It was spicy. It was like really dark, spicy, and the more it went down, I smelled like chocolatey, a bit of sweetness, which now makes me rethink after you're saying dark mouth. But I once summarized it in my notebook. I said, it smells like a chocolate cake with candles on it, and like the fumes in the chocolates are kind of like a dark chocolate spicy thing.
When you're wearing it, and Sienna, does she like this fragrance on you?
I think it was too unfamiliar for her nose. She didn't like this. She loved Seminalis.
Seminalis, right.
Boccanera. She was kind of like, it's interesting, Elias. It's different.
All right, so let's break down both these fragrances. They're all about sexual attraction. All right, that's the motive. That's the key behind both of these here.
I love how you kept that from me when you first gave them. That's good.
I did. Because I gave him these fragrances and I said to him, there's a theme behind this. I don't want you to see if you can work it out, but there's a theme to this. So if you want to jump into either one of these two, I would recommend to you Seminalis.
100%.
The reason for that is all the things that Elias said. Creamy, lactonic, chai, milky vibe to it, a few spices in there. As Elias mentioned, Sienna, his girlfriend, loved the scent profile of this. I'm going to say that even if you get up close, it smells beautiful. There's a very sort of lure,
It's very cozy. It's very warm and cozy.
So as a date night fragrance, and I've actually had a look at the episode that I created on this, and some of the comments that came through is that this is their going out on the town kind of fragrance to try to find someone special. So this is an olfactory lure that's in the air. Bokanera, on the other hand, it has also the same aphrodisiac component because it actually has like a spicy pepper sort of scent profile to it.
That's why it smells spicy.
The dark chocolate is also in there too. Both of those are considered as aphrodisiacs. So the spicy food, it sort of amps up your energy. Chocolate or dark chocolate is also seen as an aphrodisiac. What I believe Alessandro is trying to do here is that this could work really well for a younger person. And I think this one here is more aimed at a more mature, more seasoned individual.
I 100% see that.
In the air, Bokanera is exceptional. It has this beautiful dark chocolate. I mean, just as I'm putting it here, you just getting
You smell warmth. I feel like you smell cozy when you smell these scents in the air.
Absolutely. Up close is dangerous. So if you're going to bury your nose into Bokanera, it is very potent because I do believe it has oud in here too.
Really?
This is an oud fragrance.
I saw something dark in there.
A lot more potency and power. If those who love oud in their fragrance, then Bokanera is the seduction masterpiece. The dark chocolate, those spicy elements, that oud in there, you would be unstoppable.
But don't get me wrong, for the young audience, these are still niche, very creative niche houses. These can be polarizing scents. I got my younger sister saying this smells like it's very ironic actually, a teenage sweaty boy's room. And then I got my mum saying it smells like the most delicious creme brulee.
Well, so there you go. Isn't that interesting?
I think that's
so. Your sister, who's around 15,
yeah, 15,
smells like a sweaty boy's room.
She said it smells like your room, Elias. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Nothing, man.
Yeah.
I'm studying.
Oh, really? But yeah.
But your mum likes this
My
scent.
mum was like, that smells cozy. Sienna's like, that smells cozy. I'm like, I like that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Seminalis is gorgeous as a date fragrance. It's gorgeous as
alluring.
Very alluring. It's personally a very sensual fragrance. And don't underestimate the potency and power that this baby has. I think as a going out fragrance, I think it has a lot of.
I think there's nothing wrong as well with, they play with these like musky, kind of sweaty notes.
Yeah.
I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think that smells like, if you're familiar with pheromones, I think it just attracts people naturally.
I think so too. Bokanera is now a little bit more for the seasoned individual, those who are familiar with a lot more robust notes, in particular oud. It actually is an incredible fragrance in that regard. Longevity, what were you finding between the two of them?
Once again, you know, Alessandro Gualtieri does not miss. He does not miss. These last for a long time on my skin. Not as much as the citrus beast, the beast mode fragrances. Bergamask and Brutus.
Yep.
But I still see 7 to 8 hours on this.
Comfortably. Yeah, I find that Bokanera has a lot more staying power on me.
I do agree with that. This one is more powerful than this one.
And when it comes to sillage, do you think this one's stronger, or do you think that Seminalis is stronger or Bokanera is stronger?
I do think Bokanera is stronger. I do think that.
Sillage-wise.
Sillage.
So what would be your choice on
At the end of the day, I will take Seminalis. I will take Seminalis. It's more, and I feel like with my younger audience, with people like me, it's more mass appealing. I feel like a lot of people can get used to this. This one a bit more complex. It's just slightly more down that iceberg. But
yeah, right. The funny thing is, Elias did mention this earlier, that I asked him, how you going with Bokanera? And you said, I don't like it.
No.
And I actually said to him, try it again. Just wear it again. Just wear it in a place where it's a lot more.
So that was me smelling it on a card. But you know, I spray that on my arm, and then the dry down comes. I'm like, wow, this has got something in it that I really like.
So there you have it, 2 incredible fragrances from Alessandro Gualtieri and his Orto Parisi range. The whole range is about beast mode. It's all about presence. It's about projection.
You want to let people know you're there.
Absolutely.
People will know you're there.
And it's about musk and oud and all these more potent fragrances.
I really like that. If you're younger, you have a bit more money to spend, and you want to get down to those funky notes, but still you want people to not think you're stinking up the room, I think these fragrances are great.
Thanks everyone. We'll see you guys all on the next episode.
So Sillage signing out.
Boom.